then, since we've started covering Virginia, our live streams keep getting zapped. I just got zapped off it on my own phone. So viewers, if you are getting zapped off the live stream, just refresh your screen and then click on the channel icon and it will bring you back to us, because lots of people in the chat are saying they're getting zapped off it. And I interviewed Kirby Summers earlier today. It was a pre-record about the latest on Virginia, and that one will be coming out at 9 a.m. tomorrow UK time. Now, if you've just tuned in, I'm here with Charlie Robinson. All his links, X, website, books, podcast, macroaggressions, links for all of them are in the description box. And here's his X. I'll put it in the live chat. If you guys want to follow him over there, and you can stalk him and get all of his other links over there as well, and check out the book, the audio book, The Octopus of Global Control. It is massive. Hours and hours and hours of rabbit holes. It is excellent. All right. So one of the news stories that's just come out here, I was speaking to Ryan Roberts about this as well. He said, Ryan Dawson, sorry, not Roberts, about this. It's about Trump purporting to be releasing videos that the FBI's sifted through, including a video of Virginia having carnal relations with Prince Andrew. Now, do you think that's just another Pam Bondi-esque girl who cried wolf publicity thing? Or do you think that could ever see the light of day for the Queen's favorite son to be exposed thusly?
Just feels like such a good leveraging tool to use. As long as it remains secret, it has so much power. I would think that the only way a tape like that comes out is if they have either hit a brick wall in some sort of negotiations that they're working on for something else. Let's say they've got some great trade arrangement, right, that they're working on and it's going nowhere. Then that's when you bring that out and make it public, because after everything has kind of gone south. But as long as you've got that, that's so valuable. That's why I don't think that much of the Epstein footage will come out, because as long as it's hidden and as long as it's real, then it has value to whoever holds it. It doesn't matter if it's Jeffrey Epstein. If the FBI have it, then they've got the power too, and they didn't have to do anything except seize it. So these guys all think the same. There's no real difference between the top of the FBI and the top of these crime families. I mean, they think the same way. Protect our own. Look out for each other. I've got something that's valuable. It's leverage over this guy. I can make him dance if I need him to. And so, whether you're the mafia crime boss or you're the head of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, you think the same way. You see the world the same way. The Venn diagram interlocks almost completely over these guys. The way it's just criminals in three-piece suits that stand up in front of the cameras at CNN and Fox News and tell everybody what they're going to do, but they think the same way. So I think if that video does come out, then that says that there are some really hard relationships between the Trump administration and the current ruling family in the UK, because that's the sort of thing that just doesn't come to light. Maybe everybody else, maybe if he's got videos of other people, but you don't do that to the king's brother, not unless you want some old school sort of vengeance. I mean, let's not pretend like the British monarchy isn't above putting bombs in people's airplanes. Okay. I mean, yes, the United States perfected those tactics, but it's not like it can't be done the other direction. So I would be very careful. That's a dangerous family that you're messing with. Yes, they're a bunch of degenerate scumbags. They've always been. This is nothing new. But if you release a video like that, that's a humiliation on them. And if you do that to psychotic people with a lot of money and power and connections, you just don't really know exactly what they will do to retaliate, because it will not go unpunished. At some point, there will be retribution for doing that. So you have to ask yourself, like, is it worth it? Do I want to anger that family? It's one thing if you do it to somebody else who doesn't have the power, but Prince Andrew, for all his many flaws, he's a made man. he is connected in that family, and like it or not, he's protected. And you take a big stick to that hornet's nest at your own peril, whether you're Donald Trump, the FBI, or whoever. Man, I would be very cautious about doing that if I were them. I'm not trying to give them any ideas, because I honestly I have no love for either side here. I hope they destroy themselves, but I'd take a sec. I'd sleep on that one before I made the decision to release that video.
Interesting answer. So do you think that's a shot across the bow to others unnamed? If I can do this to Andrew, I can do this to you, from Trump, reflecting some kind of power struggle in the elite strata?
The question is, how many people have copies of this incriminating evidence? I am not of the belief that it would just be one copy sitting in Epstein's safe somewhere. You had Bill Gates to the island. You think you can't make a deal sell him a copy of it? You think it would? I mean, my guess is that there's probably multiple copies of this, and there probably is a power struggle. And it's a little bit like having nuclear weapons, mutually assured destruction for some of these people. I could out you, but you could out my business partner, or whatever. Maybe you could out me too. It's like, at some point, I think that they have to be careful about this, because I mean, we've seen what happens when you do something even very minor. The outing, as an example, the outing of Peter Thiel as a homosexual by Gawker. You remember when that happened? He went scorched earth on them. He financed Hulk Hogan's lawsuit against them, put Gawker out of business, put the owner of Gawker in personal bankruptcy for that. And that was just for outing something that most people kind of knew anyway. So I think that it is important for people to recognize that when you've got the power and you've got the money, you can make somebody else's life hell. So you may, just because you have the goods on somebody else doesn't mean it's always the right move to use it, because it might and frankly, it might be the one thing that keeps you alive, is that some of the people close to you know that you've got it and that you haven't put it out. So I'm trying to think like them. You know what I mean? I want all the information to come out. Obviously, I want somebody to spill the beans and make it public, and then let us sift through it. But if you're going to think like these crime bosses, whether you're Donald Trump or Epstein or whoever, you have to think about what sometimes the best strategy is to do nothing with it, is to just sit on it and make sure, and that keeps everybody sort of in line for a long, long time. Because once you use it, it's out there, and now you don't have anything. So this in some regards is the ultimate dead man switch. Might keep you on this planet a lot longer because you've got it and haven't used it. So.
Do you have any theories as to how Virginia was unalived?
No.
I mean, my theory is pharmacide, whereby, they put a lot of pressure on her with the black ops, the psyops campaigns, and she increasingly took medication. And I think in her autopsy, they'll find a cocktail of big pharma drugs.
There's a terrifying scene in the movie. I think it's Michael Collins. Is that the one with George Clooney in it? With two guys who are hitmen who show up to a guy's room and take care of him. And after I watched that, I thought, it's so easy. If you're a pro, you can make it look like nothing. They inject you with something, makes it look like you had a heart attack. Coroner goes, I don't know. Could, you know, it looks like a heart attack to me. Or you get the Clinton coroner who's like, who's like,
Fahmy
spins the
Mallet.
wheel, like tick, 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 tick. Like whatever it lands on is what he says the cause of death was.
Fahmy Mallet. What a guy. He, Fahmy Mallet, folks, if you're not familiar with the hashtag Clinton body count, he is the coroner who Bill Clinton's mom on a